This is the plaintiff, Jennifer Nicole Hoyes. She says her car was stolen. It was totaled and impounded by the cops pending investigation. The tow yard messed up the paperwork, so she was never able to get her plates back to return them to the DMV and is now on the hook for fees associated with a suspended license. Her car's still locked up in limbo, and she's suing the horrible tow company for the $3,047 she's out. This is the defendant, Christian Mateus. He says he notified the plaintiff the car had cleared the police investigation and told her to remove the car, but she never responded. They continued their notifications to the plaintiff and ended up placing a lien on it. Owe her money because one of her relatives crashed her car and she's made up the whole bogus stolen car story? Ha! He's accused of creating one big mess.
All parties, please use your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff's car was stolen, totaled, and impounded. And because of a paperwork screw-up at the tow yard, it was a nightmare for the plaintiff. But the defendant says she was asleep at the wheel. It's the case of, you're totally awful.
Thank you, Douglas. Jennifer Nicole Hoyes?
Yes.
You are suing Mr. Christian Mateus' towing company?
Yes.
Okay, you're not the owner, you're a driver, correct?
Yes.
And you have power of attorney from the owner?
Yes.
All right. For $3,047 that you say they owe you when they towed and held your car all this time and it resulted in numerous charges to you. Tell me what's going on.
Yeah, so my car was stolen.
Who was it stolen by? Did you ever find out?
No, they never told me.
Okay.
So the car was stolen. Then when I realized the car was stolen in the morning, I contacted the police. The police told me I had to contact Freeport because the car was crashed in Freeport. When I went there, they told me I had to go back to Hempstead and get a report from where the car was stolen. And then the detective took a vacation like 2 weeks later.
Okay, you're giving me all kinds of facts I don't need. Let me just ask you, it ends up at his impound lot, right?
Right.
Okay. And when do you find out that it's at his impound lot?
Here recently.
No. What do you mean recently? When was your car stolen?
The car was stolen in April of 2015.
Okay, hold on. You found out that it was involved in an accident that same day?
Right.
Okay. Then the police tell you what town it's involved in an accident in.
Right, and then...
So you find out right away what impound lot it's in, right?
Well, no, they didn't tell me. They didn't tell me
Did
where
you
the
ask
car...
them? Because that's exactly what everybody else does who's in your position.
Right, but they were saying that Freeport has it, so they didn't tell me where the location was. They just were saying Freeport has it. Freeport impounded the car, so they never told me.
When do you find out where your car is?
Well, once I found out that my license was suspended, then I went back to Freeport, and Freeport was saying that Broadway Towing had the car.
Okay, so they didn't hide the information and make you go through a series of clues in order to scavenger hunt to give you that information. The information was readily available from Freeport, right?
Right.
Okay, I need you to tell the bobblehead behind you. Who's the gentleman behind you?
This is my fiance, Willie.
Okay, because Willie keeps going like this or going like this. Here's the thing. So your car gets stolen and totaled. You have insurance on it, right?
Yes.
Okay, but your insurance didn't cover theft.
Right.
So there's plates on the back of your car.
Right.
Right. And you have to turn those plates in order to cancel your insurance, in order to get a rebate of the insurance, because you don't want to pay for insurance for a period of time after that where your car isn't useful.
Right. So with that...
Why didn't you do all that?
Because when I spoke with Geico, they were saying that within 90 days the plates would be returned, and that...
90 days, the plates will be returned by whom?
From whoever took the car, from, I guess, with Broadway Towing, that
Are you telling me that the police wouldn't tell you where the car was? Because that doesn't sound believable.
They didn't tell me where the car was.
Did you ask?
Yes.
And they would say, we're not going to tell you.
They kept on saying it's under investigation. So
No,
Freeport
under investigation is the crime, not the car. The car is physically somewhere. Did you, Mr. Matias, you're the driver, correct?
Yes, I'm one of the drivers, yes.
Okay, did you actually tow her car or no?
No, I was there
All right.
when it was coming into the impound.
So you were asked to come to court to represent the
Broadway
company.
Towing.
Okay, who's that person and that person?
That is the owner's daughter, Angie, and that's her boyfriend, Arturo.
They have no knowledge of stuff?
No.
You've had this car, and the company's had the car in their possession since the day of the car accident, correct?
Yes.
All right, when the police, and that's because you guys are one of the tow yards for the police?
Yes.
Okay, when the police tow it there, let's say it's my car and it's towed there, How do I get my plates off of it so I can surrender them so I can cancel the insurance?
You are notified if you do not come in.
I'm notified how?
You're notified through mail, certified letter, which
From you guys?
From us, yes.
Okay, but the police typically send people to you, right? They'll tell you where the car is.
If they come to us, if the police sends them to us and they come to us, there's a process. You come in, you could either pay to have your car, take your car with you, and obviously in this case, her car is no good to either of us. Her car's no
Right.
good to her, it's no good to me.
Right.
So you pay the fees to the car, you could take the car and do whatever you want with your car, remove your
Or
plates.
what if I just want my plates?
If you want your plates, you turn in your title.
So that way you can
So
junk
that way I
it.
can scrap the car, yes.
Right. But if they won't turn in the title, you don't give them the plates.
I can't give them the plates because I can't have a paperweight sitting in my yard.
But
It's
except for
taken
that, this thing's been sitting in your yard how long? A year and a half?
Yeah.
It's still there?
Yes.
Good Lord above.
I took pictures yesterday.
Oh my goodness. Let me see it. Ah, that's pretty bad. Come on up, Willie. When your car gets towed, why don't you try to find out where your plates are?
We did. It was a back and forth thing. This is what she was missing. What happened was she called the detective to find out where the car was. The detective told her that Freeport had the car.
Oh, so they
have They have 3 separate tow yards. So even when we contacted them to find out what the car was a year later,
But
they
why
still
a year later? Why aren't you doing this like immediately?
only because Geico told us that the car didn't have.
Yeah, but don't you understand?
theft.
Right, but so then it's not my problem? Like,
No,
don't you
we-
understand it's still your
no,
problem?
what happened was they were
You
giving
guys,
us-
hold on one second. You guys end up sending notification where?
We sent notification to, I sent it to Aaliyah and to.
Who's Aaliyah?
That's the old owner of the car.
She was obviously
On the
on the
lien,
registration.
on the title still?
No.
Because what happened was when
Just is she on the title?
No.
No.
She's not.
When they
Well,
wrote
then
up,
how would they have gotten her name?
because when they wrote up the report, they put New York on the plates and it's Virginia plates.
All right, let me ask you a question. Show me proof of where you sent the notices to. Stand up and help him out, please. So you're not worried about anything until when? When do you start worrying? What happened?
When I went to the DMV to add some endorsements to my license,
What's endorsements on your license?
so that I can like drive a school bus,
Okay,
and then that's when they were like, your license is suspended.
okay.
So I had to call the DMV in Virginia, and then they notified me that the
Your license where was suspended? In Virginia or in New York?
in Virginia.
You have a CDL.
Okay, so then what happens?
So they basically told me that I need to pay $645 because the plates were never returned to a car.
And the plates had to be returned where? Virginia?
to Virginia. They said it can be destroyed, returned to Virginia, or returned to myself.
Return to yourself.
Yeah, like they could have given me back the plates,
Who's they?
the Broadway towing.
Yeah, but no. Something you're saying isn't clicking because if they are telling you we're going to charge you $645, they're telling you that because you didn't do something. Otherwise, they can't charge you for that. So what is it? In other words, if you got the plates now, you wouldn't have to pay the $645?
No, she would need a letter and the plates.
I need
saying
the
The
that-
plates and what? And a letter from
saying
who?
that the car has
From
been in their
Broadway Towing.
possession since the time of the accident.
And then you wouldn't have to pay the $645.
Right.
Right.
All right. You're suing them for $2,000, the value of a 2002 Nissan Altima. What the heck are you talking about? They didn't crash it. Why would they have to pay you that?
When we walked into their establishment to get the plates back, New York state law is they only have a certain amount of times before they have to destroy the plates. They didn't do that. We didn't walk in there asking them for anything with the car. All we asked them for was the plates. We didn't care about the car. It was a year later. She just found out her license was
they care
suspended.
about the car. It's taking space in their lot for a year and a half. They want it out, and they can't do it without the title, which I also don't understand. Why is it you can't do it without the title? Why can't you just say this is an abandoned vehicle? I sent the lady 3 notices.
So, do tow truck companies have a bad rap when people say, oh, they're dishonest, or is it well-deserved? What do you say?
Yeah, they're a bunch of jerks.
Are they really? I mean, is that a fair thing to say? That they're unethical? Because that's kind of the way they're painted.
Yeah, they're
You have no idea, right?
No,
Just be honest.
I don't.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
The company is not going to take the vehicle without us having like a 907 paperwork stating that we own the vehicle. We can't junk any vehicle
Until we own the vehicle.
until we own the
Why
vehicle.
can't you declare it abandoned and have the...
Because we still have to wait for 907 paperwork.
We still have to wait
What's
for
907 paperwork? Do you guys think that I tow? Why do you keep saying 907? What's 907 paperwork?
907 paperwork gives us ownership of the vehicle. The police department gives us the 907 paperwork.
Why didn't you guys why weren't you on this in a year and a half to get that
Because
done?
it takes a while. They have to wait to send out these letters, then...
Okay, who sent out the letters?
The
Who's
police
they?
department sends
are
out
the
the
letters
letters.
they
These
sent.
are
Can
the
you
letters.
please show me
We
the
have
addresses
copies.
they went to? I'm dying to see that.
The letters, the addresses are blacked out.
Why are they blacked? Oh, the police black it out. So
Yes,
you don't have
ma'am.
it?
Yes.
So it's the police who sends out the
Yes.
letters? Yeah.
The
Did you
only
get any of the
address-
letters?
No, we didn't receive anything because it went to the other party.
It went
That
to-
means you didn't register it.
No, it has
Do
been.
you have a title?
it went
Yes,
to
we
three
do.
Show me the
different-
title.
We have a title.
Yeah, she's got the title. And who is Aaliyah?
That's my child's mother.
That's your what?
My son's mother.
Your son's mother didn't
Right.
call you to say, hey, we got a letter here?
No. She didn't. Me and her don't communicate anymore. So
So tell me again why they should pay you $2,000 when you didn't have insurance on your car. I mean, you didn't have that kind collision on your car. So nobody should be paying you $2,000. That's just your problem.
Right.
But why is it they have to pay you?
we would have came and got the car back. We went to the towing company. They told us to pay them $421.
For what?
I don't know where that came from. This is the first time I'm hearing of this.
About $421? For what though? Who told you that?
The owner. I'm guessing that's her father.
And told you had to pay for what?
He said, "Give us $421."
Where does $421?
I don't even
Get your
know.
father on the phone.
I
Get your
don't
father
even
on the phone. I'm done. Get your father on the phone. Let's go. Sends you guys in here to fight his battle.
Where's the...
I don't have my phone. Oh,
You have
she
my
has a
phone.
Oh, sorry.
Call Fidelia knows.
He'll probably be able to clarify this.
Here, that's Lewis.
Lewis.
Hi, Lewis.
Yeah, who's this?
It's Judge Marilyn Milian from the People's
Hey,
Court.
how are you, George?
Very good. How are you?
Okay.
That's how my father used to call me, Yush, also. All right. So, Lewis, I just have a few questions that only you can answer, I think. So, they say that the couple says that they went to the yard when they figured out, like, the stuff that happened or whatever, and that you had said to them, well, I'm out $421, so if you pay that, then I'll give you your plates back. Does this sound familiar?
Maybe my girl in the office told the guy, but then we find out the car was an impound. So when we find out the car was an impound, I told the guy, I said, listen, you gotta go to Freeport Police, get the release.
Okay, all right. So hold on a second. Don't leave me, Lewis. Here's what we're going to do. You need from them what? You now have the release from the police, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
He got the release, or he got to need a copy for the title.
They got the title. They got the title. They have two things. They have the title and they have the release. So if they bring you, you're willing to bring them the title, right? Because that's a, so if they bring you the title and the release, then you will give them the plates, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and they need one more thing. They need some kind of letter because otherwise Virginia won't reinstate her license. All they need the letter to say is this is to certify that the vehicle has been in the possession of my tow company from such and such a date to such and such a date.
With the plates on it.
With the plates on it. Can you do that for me? That's not much.
They have to pay. I'm not going to do it for free. Then he got to pay.
All right, I'm hanging up on you. Bye, Lewis. Okay, all right. Come on, man. They have to pay for a letter? You know what? I'm going to give you an order that says that it's a court order. I know for a fact that it's been there. What dates do you need me to say? Me casen en diez. Unbelievable.
The date that they told it was the
What, the date of the impound was what?
4/29/15. Listen, I'll be happy to write them the letter.
I will get you what it is you need, which is you give them, in return for this, they give you the letter that you need. And before you leave here, we're also giving you a court order where I am saying that I was the arbitrator in this case and that based on the evidence, I find that it was there. Okay, so no matter what, you're covered with what you originally wanted the day you walked in there. That's what you're going to leave here with, what you wanted the day you walked in here. But but they're not going to pay you $2,000 for a car that was crashed, that they didn't crash, and they're not going to pay you $402 in lost wages. Who pays me for my lost time? All right, so that's my verdict. Good luck, folks.
So hopefully all these issues have been resolved. There's a lot of legality stuff in this. How do you feel about the outcome? You all right with it?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
You sound like you're willing to
good
do
with
that.
Yeah.
Okay, they got the letter and boom, boom,
They
boom.
get the letter, we get the title, we get to
Now
scrap
we
the
could
car.
jump the car, we don't need
That's
no
it.
more.
And that's it. Okay, end of
The
story.
whole purpose.
Thank you. And you'll get it off your lot after a year and a half. Congratulations.
You have a great day.
Way to go. Thank you. Same to you. That way. Now here come the plaintiffs. They're on the way out of the courtroom. Okay, no money, but we're going to iron this out. You okay?
Yep,
You're satisfied?
I'm fine with it.
Congratulations, okay? Okay, thank you very, very much. All right, Harvey, there's really a lot of legal entanglement here. What do you think?
Well, here's what I know, Doug. The plaintiff recovered her plates, but the license wasn't cleared because the paperwork wasn't done properly. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case of the way into the courtroom right now.